YNA is a podcast that focuses on mental health and other aspects relating to what goes on inside of a person's head. We are by no means professionals in this field and only aim to make these conversations about mental health easier for the listener. Nothing we say or talk about is professional advice unless explicitly mentioned. If you seek professional advice or experience symptoms of an actual mental disorder, please contact a professional or visit your closest center for behavioral health. You are not alone.
What's up, guys? Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you're looking for more of our content and merch information, be sure to check us out at ynamentalhealth.org. Keep an eye out for our skits and upcoming episode information. Feel free to reach out to us on IG. Our DMs are always open. And please remember, you're not alone.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of YNA Mental Health. I am your co-host, Sina Balouch. Today's episode will be a little different from our previous episodes. This episode aims to help others find the beacon of hope in their darkest journeys. We threw out a question to you, our amazing followers. If you could go back and speak to yourself when you first realized you were struggling with your mental health, what advice or message of hope would you share? The responses poured in, and let me tell you, the stories are incredible. I appreciate everyone who shared their stories or words of encouragement. It truly means the world to us to have you on our podcast. Sit back, relax, and join us as we light up the road to better days ahead. Don't repress what you're feeling. Just because the person you love most didn't show you love and acceptance when you needed it, you don't need to feel bad about it and isolate, which led to harm. You weren't alone then, and you'll never be alone. It takes so much strength to ask for help, and you did. And I'm so proud of how far you've come. All will be well. The road will be a painful one, but it's also full of love. You have to choose to see it. Stop believing the negative thoughts you say to yourself. It's not your fault, and it never has been. Progress is not linear. It's a journey to love and improve upon yourself throughout your life. You are safe. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't you. It was their insecurities. It wasn't easy, and you were just a kid with little knowledge about the world. It's okay to grieve the father you never had. It's okay to grieve over all the disappointments you've been through. You will heal one day, and you're not trapped. You are free to choose your path. Neither avoiding nor anxiously getting attached to someone will make them stay. People are not homes. You are your own home. Feeling too much is your superpower. You just have to use it in the right place. Painting, your favorite hobby, will teach you there are many colors other than black and white. One day, you'll be happy to say, I have ADHD and that you are more than your little mistakes. It's okay to ask for help. Lean into your friends, support group when you feel like isolating. You're not a burden to them. You'll come out of it quicker with their help. Stop people-pleasing and worrying about inconveniencing others with your issues. You don't have to deal with it all alone. Realize your sadness outmatches you and reach out for help. Lean on the ones you love most and watch as your quality of life exponentially increases. Everything seems dark and hopeless, but it will get better. You just have to make it at the first step by asking for help. Don't let a man walk all over you. Stand your ground. You have more power than you think. This isn't forever. You can create the life you want, one decision at a time. I think my biggest struggle in my mental health journey was tearing myself down, being unkind to myself. At that time, I believed that I could rebuild myself better if I tore myself down because I felt like that version of myself was not good enough. Looking back, it was silly to think so. I am and always have been good enough in every version of myself. I often tell people to be gentle with themselves as hindsight is 20/20, and at that time, they were doing the best they could have with the information and resources they had. And that's the one thing I would certainly have told a younger me, to be gentle with yourself, to be kind to yourself, that you owe it to you more than anyone else owes you, to give yourself grace. That kind words of affirmations provided so much more peace and clarity than negative self-talk. Younger me needed to know that it's okay to make mistakes, that he isn't expected to be perfect, that he isn't the root of all issues that he's dealt with. I've learned to give myself the grace and life feels a bit lighter and it's easier to truly smile again. The doctors were right. Eating healthy, exercising regularly, and prioritizing sleep helps tremendously. I also cut out the substance use, especially in your teen years if you're struggling. Even substances as tame as marijuana, I wish I listened and stopped until I healed before using. It's not the end of the world, although it looks like it. Everything is going to be all right, and you're about to embark in the most amazing chapter of your life. You're doing great, and everything will fall into place sooner than later. It's not weak for boys and men to speak about their mental health. I just want to say real quick, I understand that it's tough. I understand that you might be scared and you might not know how to talk about your mental health, whether you are a man, female, whoever you are. I just want to remind you that it's okay to talk about your mental health because it will help you so much. It's time to take that weight off of your chest. So please, if you're out there listening to this, please talk about your mental health. You never know how much it can tremendously help you. Okay, let's get back to the stories. Everything gets better. Sooner or later, the sun comes out. Everything falls into place. There was a point in my life where I wanted to die. I felt like I had no one around me who truly understood the pain I was in. Luckily, I was found by God. My healing journey wouldn't be what it has become without my relationship to the one above. If we have a heartbeat here on earth, it's because the creator of the universe knew there is a reason for our being on this planet. Our time here is so short. Although feeling pain, darkness, and sadness is an innate part of being human, we really are here to understand every emotion on the spectrum because that's what gives us the full range of this experience. My dad always told me, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I lost my dad a couple years ago, and this is something I always remember. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. No rain, no flowers or rainbows. Keep on keeping on. You got this. And if you're breathing to hear this, it's because you matter. Regardless of the things you went through, scars you'll see, or doubt you may have, happiness is waiting for you. No matter how many people leave or cut you out, there's that one person waiting for you who will never give up on you. You are strong. You are enduring. And above all, you are worth it. Love yourself more and more each day. So that comes to the end of our podcast episode. And I just wanted to again say thank you for everybody who shared their story. We will definitely be doing this podcast episode again so that more people can share their words of encouragement and their mental health journey. The reason why we named this episode A Light at the End of the Tunnel was because we believe that in a lot of life situations and scenarios, and a lot of experiences and tough traumatic situations, it feels like we're walking through a dark tunnel. And sometimes I get it. It feels like there's going to be no light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like no matter what you do, no matter how far you come, it feels like you're always just walking in the dark. But I want to remind you that all these people have been through something very similar to what you've gone through. All of these people are here breathing, sharing their story to remind you that you are not alone. And I get it. It's dark and you don't know when you're going to see the light. But just take it one step at a time. Just keep going. Because if you do, at one point, you will find your light and you're going to make it through it. So I know things are tough right now. I don't know what you're going through. I don't understand what you're feeling. But all I can do is remind you that please remember, you're not alone. And I can't wait to catch you on the next episode. Bye.